Breakfast puppies, dinner puppies, lunch puppies. Ain't no thing. I'll dust all them puppies because I'm Jebediah. I'm the farmer over here. I got all your dusting puppy needs.
This podcast contains adult language and content and is meant for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Down on the Gulf Coast after the bombs fly, 200 years already gone by, but lurking snapfang are on the menu at almost every Benville Square venue. The overseer is NPC. The players Jacobs and Dr. K and Bobby Bougely in the Big Easy try to stay alive in the fallout of Uranium Moonpie.
Hey, Xander, what are we drinking?
We are drinking a cocktail that Dr. K and I came up with 2 days ago.
Oh,
It is the Radicane. We've been having a lot of southern drinks. We have not had a hurricane yet, so we decided to make a Radicane. And this is both light and dark rum. We're using the Cruisin' 1 year aged light rum with the Florida Caña Reserva Numero 4. And we made a blackberry puree, got a bunch of blackberries and just grind them down to get all the, hopefully most of the seeds out of there. Grenadine, and, like real grenadine with pomegranate in it, and lime juice and orange juice. Yeah.
Nice.
well, it's
nice.
beautiful and it's delicious.
I love it. I'm a fan of Hurricanes, one of my favorite beverages from my youth. So this is like a little slice of irradiated homeland.
I really, really want to try it with hurricane-proof rum.
Well, we still have yours that you brought to the party. We were thinking about doing that as a float, but
What is hurricane proof rum?
It's, as with many things I have brought over the years to Bikers, Dice, and Bars, it is a golden rum that is double-proofed.
Okay. Hurricane proof. All right. Cool.
Yep. In fact, I have a cocktail that has that and my Syar double proof in it as well. And for 3 ounces of total liquor, you will get quite happy.
Oh.
yep.
Speaking of hurricane proof,
Sure. I mean, yeah, I guess we're up here in the Pacific Northwest, which is relatively hurricane proof. Not of many other natural disasters, but I don't know of any hurricanes that have come up here to Portland, Oregon, where we Bikers, Dice, and Bars podcast are recorded. I'm NPC.
I'm just Jacob.
Dr. Xander Gerrymander.
I am Poppy Beaujolais.
And I'm Dr. K.
And we are back to play more Fallout.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Drinking Hurricanes, playing Fallout. I mean, I'm getting some ideas now.
Oh no!
Eating some moon pies.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
Oh, yes, we do have some delicious moon pies here brought by... everybody brought fun little things today, including hurricanes and moon pies and a Nuka shine glass and some little figurines. It's a nice nerdy Fallout day here at the studio.
I got a Chef Jacques apron, which is amazing. It's got a little knife on it.
I'm about to have a hot ghoul summer with this new coffee mug.
Hot ghoul summer.
And someone just decided to remind me of the depths of my addiction with my own personalized jet dispenser.
Well, if you give it a nice little whiff, it still kind of smells like spray paint, which is great.
I noticed. I noticed.
Okay, I did not make that. Somebody on Etsy made that, but it has a lovely whiff.
It is very well done.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten this high since I gave up doing miniatures.
I even left the box open for a month to let it air out.
Oh,
and
yeah. No.
It's still very intense.
What is it, like a plastic odor?
This spray paint, plastic.
So
okay.
there's spray paint, but I think they threw some sealant on top of it, and that's outgassing still.
It smells like a roller skating rink, like a plastic layer on top of a roller
Oh
skating
my God,
rink.
you're totally right. It smells like a roller skating rink.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it smells like that plastic sealant on a linoleum.
Everybody pass it around and take a hit.
Pass, puff, puff, pass, yo.
Oh boy, yeah, I am
Oh, boy, howdy, yeah.
getting high on that right now.
We at Bikers, Dice, and Bars do not suggest you huff fumes, but occasionally.
I'm just going to say, if they drilled one little hole right there, it could have been dual use.
Well, seriously, we at Bikers, Ice, and Bars do not encourage the use of drugs like, jet or cocaine or heroin or anything. But you know what? Let's go ahead now and play a role-playing game that has 2 to 8 pages of descriptions of how those drugs affect you. Yeah. Great.
With a character that's already hopelessly an addict.
Not hopelessly.
We'll find you some
I
addict
don't
call.
even actually know what I'm addicted to. I am suffering from addiction and withdrawal, but I don't know to what,
thought it was
because
Super Jet.
Dr. Floor Pills.
Floor pills.
Ooh. Our camera zooms in from an aerial shot down on the group as you are dragging your boat up onto a solid bank of earth. You have reached the end of the journey as far as you can possibly go in the swamp. Now you have to travel on foot. This bank is along the side of an old crumbling 2-lane back road somewhere in southern Mississippi. You drag the boat up, carrying things off the boat, trying to stow it as best as you can on the back of your snapbang, which, as we've said, is filling the same role that a Brahmin would in a Fallout game. A free pet that can carry 500 pounds of weight. Now, we've done a little bit of bookkeeping here. Just wanted to check in. How overburdened is the snapbang currently, Mr. Inventory Management Service?
Still working on it. Currently, we're running at a total of around 150 TBD.
What, pray tell, are the most heavy items that you have in there as a review?
Well, the heaviest items we happen to be carrying is the torso for a set of power armor.
Nice.
The 20 units of purified water we have.
Okay.
The 3 non-functional Chinese assault rifles. And the 4 unexploded missiles.
What about, I think there was a fat man and a...
Oh, I mean, we weren't going to mention the fat man. That's 31 pounds. It's hardly worth mentioning. It's one of those things we want the GM to forget about.
And the Gatling laser?
I'm carrying that.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's like, why would I give up my trusty boy?
Fair.
Mhm. Yeah, why? I don't think it can fire anything right now.
Yeah, I can, actually. I looked it up.
Fusion core.
Yeah.
What?
It turns out that there's a conversion rate between charges in the fusion core and shots out of the Gatling laser.
How much is it?
Enough.
Is it one charge like 500 rounds or something?
No, it's not. It's more like 20 or 50.
Oh,
one
okay.
of the two.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's enough where that fusion core turned it from a paperweight with which to intimidate to we're going to ventilate that house.
Poppy is very familiar with the Gatling weapons in Fallout 76,
Yes.
which has a very generous conversion rate for ammo on the fusion core for the Gatling laser.
Yes.
This is not so much. Yeah.
Admittedly, fusion cores themselves are not tiny. So
Yeah. How much do they weigh, Jericho?
they
Those
weigh
are
a lot.
quite
What, like
heavy.
7 pounds, I think, each?
Yeah, it's something like that. I
Something
think
like
it
that?
might be actually 9, but I'll find out in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, these, again, are small nuclear powerhouses that, if you've played the video games at all, you constantly run across these like wall-sized power banks, which can power an entire institute-sized building off of one fusion core.
Yeah.
I'll have you know that fusion cores are only 4 pounds each.
Only.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have one.
They're still pretty heavy. Yeah. And especially if you're playing like the video game, and you're just running around with a whole bunch of fusion cores, you get weighed down pretty quickly. Yeah.
Unless you have the perk that I have in 76 that reduces everything by 90%.
Yeah. This is very nice.
Feels very nice.
Okay, but you're loading everything onto the Snap Bang. Are there any particular items that you are taking out of the loot pile? If I heard correctly, Captain Jack, you've equipped yourself with one of those assault rifles.
I did equip myself with one of the Chinese assault rifles.
Gotcha.
That is correct. I have noted down my weight and am keeping proper tally.
Cool. I'm just curious, how much ammo have you collected out of 5.56?
21 rounds.
Nice.
One Chicom banana clip worth. Actually, and you're still about 10 short.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 rounds short of a banana clip, as they say in the South. Never.
Now we just got to get you a load-bearing vest so you have banana hammocks for your banana clips.
Yeah.
Is that like a banana moon pie?
Yeah. I mean, if you filled a sack full of banana moon pies, it could be a banana hammock.
Wow.
Anyway, you pile everything onto the complacent, elderly Snap Fang and begin trudging your way down the highway. Not highway, down the back road here in southern Mississippi, heading south towards, I believe the ultimate destination was Tulber's Bend.
Yes, the trading post. I would say, too, that before we leave this lovely boat that we have gone and put ashore, that we make note of it where it is on the map and that we also cover it with foliage.
Okay. I mean, yeah, technically, it is someone else's property that you have absconded with. If you wish to make cool with them, you could be like, hey, we still got the boat. It's at this location. That could come in handy. Yeah. Do any of you have skills that you think would contribute to such a thing?
Survival.
Survival could work.
Sneak?
Sneak?
I don't know.
Not so much.
Athletics?
I'm thinking survival. Survival could help you camouflage yourself in the wild. Sure, why not?
I have like
camouflaging
4.
a static thing, and especially here. Okay, I don't know who at this table has driven in the back roads in the southeast U.S., but at least along the Gulf Coast, it's mostly sea level
Or below, depending.
or below, depending. But like a lot of the back roads that I've driven along the Gulf Coast, you have the road that you're driving along, and then usually like 10 feet away from the road is just marsh. And it frequently looks like a ditch that someone just kept digging that just keeps going on in whatever direction away. It's usually full of really tall reeds, and sometimes you can't even see the water for all of like the murk or the muck and bits of grass and algae that just make it all one big field of uniform green. And then on the other side of the highway or the road or whatever it is you're on, there's always the big wall of plants that may at some point have been a grove of bushes or trees or something that was, planted to look nice, or it could have been part of some forested area. But now it's kudzu, because kudzu at some point in the past got introduced to the Southeast United States. And right now, your characters look over and see this wall of kudzu, which is going to be one of the few things surviving the apocalypse alongside cockroaches,
Because of course it did.
Twinkies, and Toyota pickup trucks. So hiding a boat in this murk will be super easy. What I'll say is difficulty 1 test. This would be perception plus survival. You could even work together if you wish.
I can make a roll on that. I got like 10. 10 would be my target number.
Okay.
So,
And
yeah.
survival, I believe, is tagged for you.
Survival is actually not tagged for me.
Oh.
It's tagged for me,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, both of you.
but yeah, for both of us, because ghouls.
Ghoul benefits.
Just cool things.
Just cool things.
Hot, cool summer things. Okay.
So when people help me, do I get an extra die? How does that work
What
again?
happens is they test, and the number of successes they get will count towards the test if you get at least 1 success.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have a higher number, so I think I should roll for it.
Okay. Is anybody going to help them? You got to say so now. You got to do.
I'll assist.
Okay.
I will
so if
not.
Okay. I will have the assistant roll first.
Okay.
And again, perception plus survival.
That's 9, I think, for you.
That's 9.
Okay.
That's
I got
2 successes.
Two successes.
All right. Captain Jack, you got 2 coming in if you can succeed.
I got 1 success.
Ooh.
1 success. Total of 3. You only needed 1, so that generates 2 action points.
yeah.
So if you
action
want,
points,
you
right,
can
yeah.
throw those into the pool. I would suggest, if you like, that kind of a free-form way to spend an action point is to, as some of the other 2D20 games call it, create a truth. And the truth is essentially like a fact or a statement that can make something possible, easier, harder, or impossible. In this case, you could create a truth that makes it extra hard to find if you want. Something like that. Like, we've hit it so well that we ourselves won't be able to find it unless we know the one thing to look for, kind of thing.
Throw them into the
Okay.
bucket, I think.
Yeah.
Look at that 5. That looks beautiful.
Okay. Any final preparations, words, thoughts before you hit the road?
I am just going to go and make note, as we are now kind of in more unfamiliar territory, that I will be holding my hunting rifle ready to go in case of any danger that pops up.
Okay.
Yes, I believe I have my 10 millimeter pistol drawn at this point, just ready to go, given what I've seen.
Welcome to the top side.
Welcome to the
Ball
jungle.
dweller.
Yeah.
Yep. Emmett keeps his lever action ready, or lever action out and ready to go, constantly scanning. Is Snappy... No, Mr. Whiskers. Snappy and Mr. Whiskers are the animals. And there's no others, right?
Correct.
We didn't have any inventory pack animals. Okay, cool. Nobody can really ride them, so you're all on foot.
That's how he likes it, really. He's not much for being ridden. He likes his independence.
Yeah. He's pretty old at this point. He'll probably outlive us all.
I did have a game-related question that I forgot to ask earlier. If
Yep.
you have a second for that. So I currently have 0 luck points written down. Do those recharge at some point?
At this point, we will consider the opening adventure arc to have concluded,
Okay.
and any luck will replenish at this point.
I don't remember how much I started with.
Whatever your base luck stat is.
Oh, luck point. Okay. And the other, the other question was, I had that my max HP is 12, and I had my current HP at 7. Can I assume I'm back up to 12 now? Or do I need to like rest or something first?
You would need to rest and be healed for something, because I'm pretty sure
Okay.
some of those wounds happened in the last fight.
Yeah.
So, they wouldn't have recovered yet.
Okay.
Actually, give me just a moment.
Yeah.
Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah.
I know you had a rough go last time. The floating ghouls, and then you got that food allergy.
Those are not great. Yeah.
Long-term recovery. Outside of combat, there are 3 ways a character can heal: rest, food, and drink. You haven't had any opportunity to rest.
No.
Food and drink can provide hit points. They cannot be consumed during combat, but afterwards, certain bits can heal you if it has it's a health restoration in its description, just like in the video game.
Okay.
So if you want, you can heal up by eating or drinking some of the food that you have in your inventory. And this is above and beyond what you would need to consume normally.
Okay.
And now it's now a good time to
Have
kind
a
of
snack.
Just have a snack.
Yeah.
Kind of sort out kind of our food and water situation
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
the
That's a-
present.
Great idea. Before we head out, let's have breakfast. Or whatever.
We have added, so we have 4 containers of dirty water, which the ghouls can drink. But hi. And so at the end of the previous session, we had 6 food and 19 water, and then we found 3 MREs. So our water is the same. Our purified water is the same, and I don't know how many units of food an MRE is.
That's a good question. I don't. Oh, they don't have MREs in the book. What? So I'm going to consider it essentially a pre-war kind of meal.
Okay.
And according to Fallout New Vegas, they weigh 0.2 pounds.
0.2 pounds. So I'm going to consider an MRE. Let's find an equivalent here. Which of these?
Let's say like the Salisbury steak, something more, a little more meal-like, not snack-like.
Yeah. Which is the Salisbury steak? Salisbury. Yeah, we'll go with the Salisbury steak. I was going to go with the Salisbury steak or the what was the one I was looking at a second ago? Perfectly preserved pie. But they're essentially the same.
Okay.
As long as it's not the ham and cheese omelet. Oh God.
I will say that the MREs. Actually, I'm going to go more towards perfectly preserved pie on this.
Okay.
Because I don't want the MREs to have rad damage.
Because that wouldn't make any sense.
They are better prepared, better sealed food than something like a cardboard box of Salisbury steak. Now, even though the preservatives in something like the Salisbury steak keep it still edible 200 years later, thanks, weird future tech, the MRE is still going to be less tasty, but more healthy.
Sure.
So if you were to eat one of those MREs, sit down and you would have to add some water to it. Or you could theoretically, I know from experience, just eat the powder. But it's gross.
Yeah.
So you would be using either a purified water or a dirty water or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But the other food units are just food on their own?
Well, I mean, no, all food can heal hit points.
Okay.
The MRE is the only one that's going to do it without radiation.
Okay. Well, then I will eat one of the MREs and have one water.
Purified water.
One purified water.
Okay. With the MRE and the purified water, I think also, yep. Purified water will heal you as well. So if you do the MRE and the purified water, you're getting a total of 8 hit points back.
Perfect. I'm back up to 12.
Boom.
Nice.
Yep. And that doesn't have any rads.
Sweet.
Yep. It's not really good.
I mean, that's okay at this point.
Yeah.
Not all food can be tasty treats.
Also, tasty treats. Yay. My favorite NPC so far. With Kim's, Jacob has reminded me, this I think has come up, somebody responded on the Discord on our episode that ghouls have Kim resistance, which I did not realize as a game master because the note on ghouls having Kim resistance isn't anywhere near the section on ghouls where you would think it would be. Thanks, Modiphius. So, Jacob, I'm going to give Bone another chance to shake off that addiction.
Fuck. Okay, what do I need to roll?
Essentially, when you check for an addiction, you roll a number of segs equal to the number of doses that you have taken. So you're just going to roll one more again. If you roll a number of effects that equals or exceeds the Kim's addiction number,
I rolled a big nothing.
That's great. You've shaken off the addiction to jet fuel.
Yay!
I'm going to say that the way this plays out, now that you have gotten out of the swamp, you have made it to dry land, everything is stable, you're not being shot at, the adrenaline has finally worked out of your system, you are executing a plan of action, you are away from all that shit. It has that little fallout sound effect of something wearing off. And then you feel your heart beats really fast for just a moment and then calms down back into its normal ghoul cadence. Congratulations, you are no longer addicted to jet fuel.
Yay! For now.
Up until Dr. Floor Pills decides to dose me again.
I threw you the drug. You didn't have to take it.
Dr. Floor Pills. Oh, that's hilarious.
That is the most pusher comment you could make.
Oh my goodness.
Free will exists. Yeah.
Important question. What do you do with the 2 bikes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have a working bike and a busted bike. You don't really have fuel, if I remember correctly. But they are shitty dirt bikes.
They're shitty dirt bikes, so they weigh what? Probably around 200, 275 piece.
You know, I've got the weights for vehicles in that Wanderer's Guide book. I wonder if, well, does it have weights? No, it doesn't. It does not have weights. But yeah, a dirt bike. So like a tiny Suzuki dirt bike that has been stripped down, parts replaced, most of the plastic and the fairings are gone, and maybe a few spikes have been added here and there. Jacob, how much does that weigh?
I mean, theoretically, you could get it down to, if it's a Suzuki dirt bike, you could probably kick it down to 165, unless you were going to start ripping off lights and stuff, and then you can get it down further. Plus, then you have to think about whether or not this is running off an old school wet battery or it's got a fusion core or something in it for its electrical system. I'm assuming they stripped the electrical system completely out, threw in a distributor cap. So we're probably around 150 pounds a pop.
There we go. 150 pounds each. I will say that one of them weighs 150 and one of them weighs 125.
I know the dirt bike that set the land speed record for dirt bikes was down to 115. And what prevented it from breaking the record by any more was the person was very much concerned they weren't going to be able to hold on.
Oh, wow. Well, 150 and 125. So what does that put Snappy's weight up to?
We're not at 500 yet, are we?
No, we are not at 500.
Yay!
Let's keep them then.
Yep.
We need something to trade.
We've got lots of good stuff to trade, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
All right,
hit the road.
Yep.
A little bit of traveling music happens. We have a really short travel montage, almost as short as the travel itself. An hour later, you hit the outskirts of what looks to be some kind of an old world township. You've still got a couple more hours of sunlight. I mean, as much sunlight as you can get today left in the day. This township, none of you are particularly familiar with, but again, this area is filled with the ruined shells of tiny little unincorporated towns, trailer park refuges, or just weird little collections of houses that never got put on a map. This township, from the distance, this is a for folks who have driven in the Midwest and are familiar with driving in, say, Kansas or Missouri, or it's just long drive of the same goddamn thing to the left and the right in either direction. This is pretty much the same. Just on the left, as you travel to the east, to the east of you, you have this bank of green, this walls of kudzu. You could pierce it here and there. It's not completely impenetrable, but whatever woodsland that was here has been overtaken by mutant kudzu. And then to the right, you have stretches of dry land interspersed here and there with just big tracts of marshiness, but all of which at this point is just kind of little scattered islands of wetness that are not interconnected. Ahead of you, you see the kudzu wall kind of breaks, and the ground at this point is now pretty solidly earth. The road has been slightly less crumbled up ahead as you see the first couple of houses on the outskirts of this township. These are small 1, 2, 3 room houses, typically up on blocks that are just crumbled to bits. Doesn't look like anybody has occupied this area in a long time. Rusted out shells of a couple of old trucks are just kind of like degrading on the side of the road. Up ahead, I would say about a quarter mile from your current location on the outskirts of town, you see rising above everything else 2 things. One, the ubiquitous church steeple that every single town, if not corner, in the Southeast has. And the welcoming icon that is a red rocket.
Yeah.
You can't quite see it. It's down the road, and then there's a bend. It looks like there's kind of like a, not so much a town square up ahead, less of a town triangle.
Well, the thing I know about Red Rockets from playing the game, my character wouldn't necessarily know. What I know is that there was always at least a bench out back. If we need to break anything down.
I mean, anybody who has traveled around in this world of the post-war, the Fallout era, knows that Red Rockets they tend to be havens of, at least, if they haven't been scavenged to hell and back, usually there's some kind of a tool bench. Either travelers have just sort of left there for other people to use, or occasionally some people have set up shops there.
And so, of course, Bone and I would know that from our travels.
Mm-hmm.
So I might suggest to the group, hey, y'all, why don't we go check out that Red Rocket over there? Just keep a wary eye, because we don't know who we might be up against once we get to the destination.
Wow. I've read about those.
Why, Dr. Phil, the Red Rocket is just the haven of all manner of good things. So I most highly suggest we go and show you what a real Red Rocket looks like in these here times.
It's Dr. Smith. You can just call me Phil. But that sounds amazing. Let's do that.
Okay, Dr. Phil.
No. My name is Dr. Smith, but you can just call me Phil. My name is Phyllis. Just call me Phil. It's fine.
I am so confused. Are you confused?
So I don't know if she understands how things work here in the South, but typically it's Dr. First name. We have a more hospitable culture than perhaps she was raised in.
Do we call her Dr. Smith? Is that what we should be doing?
Hey guys, you can just call me Phyllis if that's better for you.
Yes, Dr. Phyllis.
Emmett leans in.
Okay.
All right, Doc. All right.
That worked. I like that. That's really cute. You can call me Doc. That's fine. And this is Mr. Whiskers, but he does like to be called Mr. Whiskers. Otherwise, he might not answer.
All right, just make sure Mr. Whiskers looks out for Snappy, because he can get a little naughty this time of day. So I just don't want there to be any confusion.
I think Mr. Whiskers can hold his own. He'll be okay.
Mr. Whiskers does that thing where a cat just looks in a direction, eyes are kind of widened a bit, and it's like frozen, like it's sniffing the air or listening or looking at something, and like a couple of heartbeats after that in that same direction, which happens to be the town triangle, you hear a bang, not a bang of a gun, more of a bang of something metal hitting something else metal, something metal and solid hitting something that is metal and thin, heavy on both ends of this bang. And then there's another one. And like the sound of something heavy and earthy moving, and then it stops.
This is a sound any of us would recognize. Except for what you just described.
No. I mean, it sounds like something heavy metal is hitting something else thin and heavy and metal.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Like a sledgehammer hitting a wall, or somebody bashing something in with a wheelbarrow, or who knows?
Well, there seems to be something going on here. Anybody know what that is? Because I have no clue. But Mr. Whisker seems to be pretty interested in it.
Well, I propose we do not go and do any amount of scavenging at the Red Rocket until we make sure this here town triangle is clear.
So maybe a bit of a reconnaissance to sneak up and see what's happening might be helpful.
Is anybody volunteering to do this reconnaissance?
You sneaky here. You're sneaky, but you're also clueless.
Well, I'm not sneaky, but I do have VATS. Is that only for attacks?
It's only for attacks.
Oh, darn. Okay.
I am sneaky.
You're sneaky. You've been around long enough. I think you should go check it out.
I mean, nothing against our good friend Bone here, but he is not quite as subtle on his feet with the Gatling laser that he's carrying around.
No, I don't do the stealth thing. I mean, I am a virtuoso of the trumpet for a reason.
So why don't I kind of take the lead here? But I definitely want to make sure somebody's got my back.
Whoop! Sound of a Gatling laser spinning.
Okay. What are the rest of you going to be doing?
I'm going to go and scout with Crystal over here, for
Okay.
I'm also sneaky.
And what about Snappy and Bone and Phyllis and Mr. Whiskers? You just going to hang out in the middle of the road?
I'm going to. So is the red rocket on the right side of the road?
It's up ahead and to the. Actually, it's going to be if your road is essentially angling, you're making your way south and a little bit angled towards the east. And the red rocket is the triangle of the town intersects with another road that heads due east and
Okay.
another one that heads kind of southwest. And it is at the southwest angle, just out of view.
Okay.
This is a very small township. You have a line of these, again, old style. Some of these houses are so old they might have been built in antebellum era.
Mhm.
But others look like they're just kind of shacks that were assembled together in the
Mhm.
area. Just this old abandoned little township.
Okay.
Probably doesn't even have a name. If it did have a name, it would be plastered on every single store
Right.
because that's how they named them. Anyway, rows of houses on either side, all of which are crumbling into nothing.
Okay.
And then just around the corner, I would say about 8 houses away and around to the right is you see the red rocket
Okay.
towering over.
I think what I'm going to do is sort of get out of the middle of the road and head more to the right so that I can keep I can keep an eye on them, but I'm kind of out of view. But
Okay.
I still can see them, but I'm kind of angled and out of the way.
And Bone?
Bone is hanging with Snappy.
Okay, what's Snappy? Are you going to keep him in the middle of the road?
Yeah.
Well, I think I'd encourage maybe Snappy and Emmett to just venture in the shadow of one of those houses, just a touch, just for safety.
And I'll just like mess around with his load like I'm readjusting things, you know.
Just make sure he's comfy.
Checking everything out. I
Emmett
mean,
nods.
the poor deer's carrying 455.63 pounds.
Emmett nods and leads Snappy over into some the borderland between two of these crumbled houses, which are mostly themselves covered in kudzu, and vines of kudzu are extending, providing a bit of shadow and shelter for them to hide in.
Please, God, don't let sentient kudzu be a thing.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Jacob.
God.
Why do you think I got so many tomahawks? Just saying.
Look at his face.
You fuck.
Oh, really? Tap, 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 tap. How much are the stats on? Okay, anyway. Dr. K and Captain Jack, this isn't an assistant thing. You're both creeping, so you're both going to need to make sneak rolls.
Okay.
And
This
it
is
will
agility.
sneak and agility. Got
Yep.
it. My agility's super high, so I'm feeling confident.
All right. Rolling 2. Let's see. I gotta get 10 or under.
And, well, before you roll, let me make sure I understand how these work, because this might be an opposed thing if you're trying to get away from somebody up there. So, skills. There we go. Sneak. I'm not 100% certain on exactly how sneaking works, but here's what I'm going to do. This is what I think is going to be the easiest way to go about this, and I will look it up afterward to confirm if we did this right. I'm going to have both of you make sneak rolls. I'm not giving you a difficulty. You're generating as many successes as you can, and your successes will be used to see if somebody else finds you. So if you get 4 successes, the difficulty for somebody to perceive you is a difficulty 4 test. That kind of thing.
Got it.
You can use action points, but before you roll, normally you will know the difficulty when you roll the dice before you roll it, so that you as a player can choose to commit to the roll. And also so that you know the margin of success if you want to generate action points. I will extend that here to the way this is working, so that even though there's no difficulty, I will let you, after you roll and have gathered as many successes as you can, you can volunteer to sacrifice those successes as action points. So if you get 5 successes, say, you can be like, okay, well, I could be the most hidden motherfucker in the world. Or I'm going to go with 3 successes and turn those 2 into action points. But you have to decide it then.
Okay.
Yeah. Got it?
Roll first, decide later.
Yep.
Got it.
So difficulty is open-ended for agility plus sneak. And remember, I believe you have 5?
You have 5, yeah.
In the action pool. If you wish to spend them, declare so now.
Action point gives us 1 extra die.
1 for 1, 2 for
3.
3, or 3 for 6.
Oh, pretty sneaky.
Yeah, I
think
feel
we
like,
can do this.
I mean, because sneak for you is a tagged skill as well, right?
No.
No?
No, the tags are little X's here.
Oh, what does this mean?
Put a pencil mark. I don't know.
Got it. Okay.
It's a character sheet. Who can say?
As long as you know, that's all that matters.
All right. Let's be sneaky.
Oh, together. Okay. We're
Yeah.
singing together. That's right.
And also,
Yeah.
one other thing to note is that even if you fail, that's not necessarily the end of the world. That simply means that whoever is looking for you needs to make a difficulty 0 test to succeed. But difficulty 0 test also doesn't require a roll.
Mm.
So if there's somebody looking for you and they choose to find somebody, it's complicated. Which
I got you. I got you.
Yep.
Let's be sneaky.
All right.
Here we go. That's a success and also a 20.
Okay.
I also got a success and a 20.
Fucking ninjas.
What I'm going to do is, because I don't want to drag this out any longer, I'm going to turn those 20s into action points for me. So
Okay.
I'm not going to apply any specific complications. I'm just converting it to me having action points.
That's fair.
But you got 1 success each.
Yes.
Now, before I do that conversion, remember, you can spend luck. If you spend a point of luck, you can re-roll, I think, up to 2 or 3 of your dice.
So we can turn those
or
frowns
maybe it's
upside
1 for
down.
1.
So
Let's see.
yeah.
Man, I play so many goddamn games these days. Reroll dice. You may reroll 1d20. Yeah. So if you would like, before I convert these to my own action points,
Yes.
you can spend a point of luck and reroll
Yeah.
those
Yep.
that did
Yeah.
not succeed. This does include complication dice on a nat 20.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Yep.
You stay out of the way. You're fine.
Come on, big 20.
I got a 20 again.
No.
Yes.
All right. I got a 17, so at least it's not
Okay.
complication
Fuck.
land.
I only get 1 action point
That's
from this, but you got 1 success each. So if somebody's on the lookout, they'll also need to roll that. You stick to the shadows. The vines of kudzu here are kind of making things a lot easier to hide in. And the wind blows through, rustling them a bit, creating a little bit of ambient background noise that is easy enough for you to blend into. In fact, you find it quieter to stay off of the crumbled road and creep through the grass around the buildings. You make it around the front veranda of this of this old Southern style, one of the few 2-story buildings you think is in this township. This crumbling veranda, you kind of peek around it, and both of you lean out, one over the other, looking ahead at the red rocket. And it's a red rocket. It's exactly what you picture in every iconic picture of a red rocket. You've got that angled carport area that has a couple of has a spot of somewhere pumps would be, but they're gone, long gone. This one has a slightly larger building than you would imagine. So maybe this one had like a built out an extra shack or something, or extra workshop. In front of the red rocket, actually crashed into one of the posts holding up the carport, and in fact giving that wing a droop, is a delivery truck. This truck has been crashed here for a long time. From your angle, even though it's kind of bent towards the ground, You see just enough of the side of the delivery truck's rear to recognize that iconic red and silver flowing logo of the Cane Cola Corporation. All over the ground behind it and its open bay are smashed glass bottles and a handful of corpses, long dead corpses. Those corpses aren't the source of the noise that you heard. That source makes itself apparent when you see a shape move out from behind that truck, behind that wrecked van, coming out of where you think the back end of the garage bay would be on the Red Rocket itself, which is just out of sight on the other side of that wrecked truck. You see, walking out directly away from it and then pivoting in the street, a metal man-sized, bigger. You've seen part of that metal man before. You have a chest piece of one on the back. This one is moving smooth. It is painted in various muted shades of green that could easily blend in with the ubiquitous kudzu walls. It turns, looks back at the Red Rocket, crouches on its knees, and as it begins to move, you hear a shout from within, "Hold on, and then it charges forward faster than you ever seen any person move. And then you hear that smack of metal again, but it's much louder this time. And there's a heavy crunch that sounds like masonry falling apart. And then inside, you hear just curses coming from someone else in there. And that's when you look up and notice there's a flash of light. What was it? You each got one success?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. I got a success and a nat 20.
A lot of that going around, ain't it?
So here's what I'm going to do. There is both of you kind of look up just in time to see a glint of sunlight on some glass that wasn't glinting there a moment ago, and it's at the apex of a big old of a bend in the collapsed awning. What awning? What am I? In the collapsed wing of the Red Rocket, the carport. A glint of light upon something glass, and you see motion, and I'm going to give both of you a chance to stealth again as a reaction when you realize that that's a glint of light on the scope of a gun.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm like,
boy.
that's just like a sniper rifle to me. Okay, let's go be sneaky.
Right.
Do you want to spend an action point this time?
Oh boy, I mean,
Not to be cocky, but we've got quite a few.
can we still use the luck points if we need it for this particular?
Okay, so luck can be used in a few ways. You can use luck after you roll to re-roll one die, or if it's the six-sided dice, you can re-roll up to 3 of them per luck point you spend.
I think action point.
If you want to spend a luck before you roll, you can replace your attribute with your luck. So
No, absolutely not.
Bones, this would really help Bone.
You're just hanging
Yeah.
back, chilling.
But yeah, unfortunately, you can't use Bone's extra thing here either because
He's not
Bone
here.
isn't with you.
No.
Yeah,
So you want to
Yeah.
use okay.
but if you use an action point,
for
yeah,
okay.
you get 1 extra die, and you can give me action points to get more dice,
No thanks.
or a combination of the two. Like if you want to then spend 1 each, and then give me 1 each, you'll get 1 more die.
Always remember, starve the GM.
I got plenty. Both of you need to roll though.
That's 2 successes for me.
Okay.
I needed it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. We're.
Do you want to spend the next point? No, you're good. Okay.
You want me rolling the 2?
I'm just going to roll the 2.
Okay.
2d20. Here we go. I got 1 success.
1 success. 1 success is all you need, which means, Xander, you've generated the action point back.
Ba-da-ba.
You both just duck out of sight behind that veranda. You can't see anything up there anymore, but nothing happens. And from like just kind of looking through one of the rail posts, Jack, you can kind of like see through peeking through the bits of hanging foliage and kudzu leaves dangling over the edge of this front porch. You see there is a shape, a human, definitely a human in army fatigues. Up on top of that red rocket carport, and she does have a sniper rifle, and it momentarily looks in your direction, and then she keeps on turning down, looking another direction.
So there's a sniper on the red rocket and someone in power armor.
Correct.
On the ground.
Do they seem to be friends?
I mean, you haven't seen them interact with each other.
But the sniper can clearly see power armor, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
she seems unfazed or unbothered by the noise that is being made by the power armor.
But we also don't know who was doing the swearing from off screen.
Yeah. So there's at least a third person, at least.
Boy.
I mean, is this a Brotherhood of Steel in this power armor, or is this a somebody stole it? Right? Yeah.
Well, you don't see any of this.
And, well, right. No, I'm
but we don't know.
out of game. Yeah. Well, not in game, but
We couldn't know.
Do we have to go this direction to keep going towards the trading post?
You do. I mean, you have to go through the town triangle. You're going the other direction, but where you are now, you see that the red rocket has like a commanding view of the triangle. In fact, the triangle kind of, it is the wedge in that triangle.
So, and as a group, I'm not going to say we're inconspicuous, right? They're probably going to notice. So we have to either wait for them to perhaps sort it out, or we intervene. So this is now for us to, I imagine,
discuss this. Yeah,
go back to the group, and
as you're discussing this, you hear again stomp, 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 stomp. It's not getting closer. It's the exact same sound you heard before, and then a crunch, and then you hear, Night Leonard, this is not we will attract the locals. And you just hear in response, "At Victoria, motherfucker." And then the knight in the armor rushes inside again. Pivot, charge. And then this time there's a much louder smack, and you hear heavy crumbling of masonry.
Charging back into the red rocket. Oh, he's fighting something in there. That's definitely Brotherhood of Steel. Cool. How is the Brotherhood of Steel perceived in the southern parts of this here United States?
Well, that all depends upon your thoughts of big government.
Generally, they don't take kindly to them around these parts.
Sic Semper Tyrannis, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
See, well, exactly. It depends. Wow. The South is so full of, there's so many different factions of people down here, even in modern times, with different, it's almost as if a region doesn't have a ubiquitous culture.
What?
Anyway, there's so many different groups of people here with so many different views on the way that this works. You have some like hardcore military fanatics that are probably like, we love these guys. Yeah, come on, at Victorium. And then, you've got the Sic Semper Tyrannis folks that are like, weird, no, hell, fuck you. It just all depends upon the region, the group of people, the enclave, and that enclave's mentality and perceptions of the world. Big Lux, as a free city, tended to be wary of them, but they were not unheard of coming through for trade. However, I guess the general viewpoint would be that these guys are essentially really well protected, well armed scavengers, because that's what they do. They come in an area, they steal the big tech, and they keep it for themselves.
Yeah.
We must protect the people from the technology. No, they're fucking scavengers. That's what they do.
So we're now back with the rest of the group. Have we made it that far sneaky enough?
Do you wish to sneak back?
I think it might be prudent to
Try to sneak back again.
convene with our Confederates at their hiding location before making any further decisions.
I do believe we should be making our way back and keep them abreast of the situation, as it were. And I think we will try to sneak back to the group.
Okay, no rules necessary. We'll carry it forward. A few moments later, you're back with the group, huddled in a kudzu-covered alley between two crumbling antebellum houses.
So what's that?
Well, it does appear that there is a knight of the Brotherhood of Steel, which I know sounds like gobbledygook coming out of my mouth to you, Dr. Phyllis Smith.
Oh, those done son of a bitches are about these parts.
And there'll also be a lady sniper up on top of the Red Rocket with a rifle in her hand and a glint on the scope. So,
Well, I'm sure she's just feeling neighborly.
I mean, probably, but then the knight is also going with a tussle with something inside that Red Rocket that don't like being on the receiving end of its power fist.
I would also remind you, at least Bowen, you would probably remember this more than anybody else, of the Brotherhood of Steel vertibird that you found crashed in the swamp a day ago. Now, that had clearly been there for a while. But they are not unheard of in these parts.
The most fourth problem being that anyway we would like to go further towards the trading post will require us to be within vision of that here sniper. And thus, real close to that knight of Brotherhood of Steel, too.
That's not so good.
And anybody who knows anything about the Brotherhood of Steel, I mean, at least half of this group will know of them. And these would be the two most affected by it. They're not too keen on ghouls.
Oh.
I mean, They see most ghouls as being the unintelligent. They only experience them as the ghouls of the wild. So even intelligent ghouls, they tend to be a shoot first, ask questions later kind of group.
Xenophobic, what I'm hearing these here Brotherhood of Steel beasts. So if we intend to continue on our journey, we're going to have to have a interaction with these folks, and perhaps we have the equipment that we need to see this through.
Would it be better if I make first contact with them? How do these Brotherhoods of Steel's folk feel about vault dwellers?
I mean, they probably want to know where the vault was because they got tech in there.
Well, I don't know where the vault is, so that would be challenging for me to tell them that.
They might try to take that little contraption that you got there on your arm, honey. I don't think you would take so kindly to their hospitality.
Fair.
And they're not above asking rather pointed questions using pointed objects, if you take my drift.
Ooh, what do you think, guys? I mean, I could try to talk the power armor off of them. I'm real good at that.
You know, and my Emmett here, he's got a little bit of an itchy trigger finger, but that might come in handy in this kind of situation, given the right utensils.
Now, are they like fully power armored up, gentlemen, or are we just dealing with a couple fatigued boys?
Well, there is the sniper has fatigues. The one has power armor with the real punchy fists, and then there's a third voice we heard off in the distance that we can't quite pinpoint as to their location or their allegiances.
I see.
But they seem at odds with the Brotherhood, as it were. So that may work in our favor.
Who has the highest charisma? Of
right here.
What is it?
9.
Okay.
Yeah, I can be a diplomat.
Yeah,
I
I
got
feel
Southern
like
charm.
I feel
I can
like
lie
if
to
we
them.
send in perhaps Chef Jacques instead of Captain Jack as our diplomat, be like, "Oh, good sirs, are you having a problem that I can help with?" I don't know.
angry because you are so hungry.
You know what? Honestly, that's not a terrible idea. You're working up a big hunger in that big suit. Let me help,
Yeah, okay, so I will go in. I'm hearing, as I hear Dr. Phil say this, I am pulling out my mustache and like reapplying adhesive to put it to my face and groom it slightly so it looks really pristine. So I'm just inquiring once I go and talk to these Brotherhood folk, even though they seem to be in the middle of an argument with a brick wall. What is then the plan? Is just to go and offer them food and hope they kind of meander on, or am I going to try to broker a safe passage?
Perhaps you can offer them food spiced with the finest of Crystal's floor pills.
Oh.
I do have a random bag of trucks.
We're going to roofie the Brotherhood of Steel?
Well, I do like a certain extra spice in my Cajun cuisine.
They don't
Crystal.
They don't call me hot sauce for nothing.
Okay, hang on. I feel like we've... Hold on. One of our options here, I think, is to ask if they need help with whatever's going on and have like a good relationship with them. Or we can just circumnavigate this entire situation.
Well, Dr. Phil Liz Smith, the problem here in that is that the Brotherhood do not take much kindly to our more ghoulish-looking Confederates, and so negotiating with them for safe passage, even if we manage to go and help them with whatever situation in which they are in, may or may not be in our favor.
Mm.
And honestly, I don't think anyone can resist the cooking of Chef Jacques.
I from what I've seen, that seems reasonable.
Okay. What's the action happening here? What are you going to do?
We don't know.
So what I'm hearing is Crystal's pulling a random drug out from
Drugs,
her
plural.
plural. Can I do more than a
Once a session.
once?
Once.
Okay.
I mean, no, you can also use any drugs that you do have.
Oh, which?
So the random drug is just a random drug. And you don't know what it does.
Oh, hang on. So
What do you have?
would Calmex be a good option for this particular venture? We got something to kind of
Calm them down? Is that what Calmex does?
That's a good question. What does Calmex do?
to the book.
To the book. You got Buff out?
Calmex, a light tranquilizer used to calm the nerves. It isn't potent enough to function as a painkiller, but a dose can quiet anxieties and fears, keeping panic from disturbing delicate activities.
I love that. I love that a lot. And Buff out?
Buff out is a steroid which makes you stronger and tougher.
Nope.
Let's not do that one. And what does this say? 2 dosages of...
Daddy-o.
Daddy-o.
Oh, my.
Daddy-o was popular with beatniks and intellectuals before the war. It heightens your cognitive faculties, making them more alert and more capable of processing information, but they tend to hyper-focus on the tasks in front of them, making it awkward to interact with.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be our go-to.
And all we got on Snappy is diluted Radway and diluted stim packs.
Okay, it's not going to work.
As you are looking through drugs to spike some food to hope to entice some travelers, some Brotherhood of Steel folks, you hear another bit of commotion from up ahead, and there's a crunch of metal, something being broken or ripped apart, and then some heavy stomping.
I asked for the random drug.
You look down back the way you came, and you see 3 individuals departing the Red Rocket.
Oh.
2 of them are wearing military fatigues, one holding a rifle at the ready, One is much more of a, let's say, lightly armed person. Looks like they've got like a pistol, but they also have a heavier bag, and they're fiddling with some equipment in their hands, some bit of computer or interface technology. And the third one towers over them and is a full functioning suit of power armor that has, again, been painted in muted shades of green. And it is carrying over its shoulder this metal something, some piece of equipment that is dangling wires and even has a few sparks coming from those wires. Looks like it was ripped out of something. And they are making their way across the street.
Towards us?
In your direction, but it doesn't look like they're aiming directly at you.
I think they probably just wanted to strip this place and get the fuck out of there. So, sort of way to kind of like just wait them out. We just want to wait them out, see what happens.
That may make some sense versus trying to drug and rob them. But I'm just saying they got a full, fresh camouflage suit of power armor, which is awfully tempting, along with some weapons and some artillery to go with it.
Does this power armor, is it a complete set of power armor?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fully equipped.
Okay.
And seeing as we are now on land, we are a little more vulnerable. So I just want to put that out there that we might...
Just want to hide and let them go by.
Oh, you want to hide and let them go by? Or do you, do Bone and I want a little vengeance on these folks who've been so discriminatory of a kind all these years, considering we have some things like a Gatling laser.
I was not going to be so petty as to mention such a thing, but since you have given voice to that option, I'm all for it.
Who has the highest perception in the group?
Mine is only a 5.
7.
I got a 6, so.
Bone?
Mine's just a 5. I knew I wasn't the highest.
Captain Jack, just roll me 2d20 against your perception.
Against my perception?
Mm-hmm.
So perception or lower?
Yep.
Got it. That is no successes.
No successes. You overhear they're saying something, but you can't quite make out what they're saying. You simply gather that the fellow, the third member, the newest one that you've seen, who is not really carrying a heavy rifle, but he's still got like a gun and some equipment, seems to be urgently trying to convince the armored guy of something. And it's very urgent, very like, he's very animated about it. And the armored guy, you hear another response, but you can't tell what he's saying, but it's muffled and just dismissive. And then they cross the street. And do you notice that there's a Toyota pickup truck? Old rusted pickup truck right there across the street from the Red Rocket. The knight just drops this big old equipment in the back of this truck with next to some other equipment. The soldier with the rifle piles into the shotgun seat. The rather animated and urgent fellow rushes to get in the front seat and start the truck. Whereas the fellow in power armor just kind of like hops up into the back, pivots, drops down on his butt, puts his arm up on the side of the truck, looking back. The truck starts up, it rumbles a bit, and there's like that bang of an engine backfiring, bit of smoke billows out, and then they rumble down the road.
No chance for vengeance is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I guess we let that one go by. Let's go take a look at the Red Rocket now that they cleared out and see if they have disappeared with the water purifier that was present.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I want to see what they were doing in there.
I mean, that is our course of action.
Yes.
Okay. You head over to the Red Rocket. On the way, you approach the collapsed, wrecked van, the delivery van, the cane cola truck out front. The logo is desiccated by time. It's clearly been here since probably around the time the bombs fell. You inspect the many broken and empty, long since looted and smashed bottles around it to show that they are all Nuka-Cola. the various corpses, bullet casings, broken glass, positioning of everything around kind of tells a little bit of a story here. You look forward at that logo and look at that Cane Cola logo, and it looks crude, painted on almost.
They're freaking bootlegging counterfeit.
It looks as if there was some smugglers of Nuka-Cola pushing through the area when the bombs fell, crashed into the Red Rocket, and then the locals, probably already panicked and incensed by the bombs falling, noticed this, and a very bloody riot happened.
Are there any bottles of Nuka-Cola left?
You look through, this place has long since been picked over.
Mm-hmm.
Just shards of glass. Not a single, nothing shines that has not been
No caps?
busted. No caps.
It's very funny, though. So we proceed to the Red Rocket and see what's all in there.
You crunch through the glass, kicking it aside, making sure not to stab yourself in the feet, and get over to the back of the Red Rocket. The loading bay, or the garage bay, is wide open, and you look inside. You see the standard garage of a Red Rocket where cars and vehicles might be worked on as first come, first serve basis only. And the back wall has been smashed open. Like smashed, like repeatedly smashed by something large and heavy, like a suit of power armor or a sledgehammer. And there's a room behind it
Oh.
that has a whole lot of rubble in through it.
I think we should go check out and see what's in there. I mean, if there's anything left.
If there's anything in there, let's find out. Okay, you head forward, peek inside, and you see that down one side of this small room, hidden in the back of this Red Rocket, are a bunch of electrical out connectors and wires coming out of the wall that have been just recently ripped out. Something was here that they took. But if you want to do some scavenging, you could make a search.
I don't want to scavenge.
Well, I think I'm going to use my science skill and my intelligence to try to figure out what they just took.
Okay, we'll do that first then.
Okay.
Roll, this would be your intelligence plus science.
Okay, so 8 plus 3, and it's tagged.
This is going to be difficulty 2 because you've only, you saw what they had, you see the connectors, but you haven't had a chance to investigate it yourself.
Right, but I'm going to look at the panel.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So 8 plus 3, so what, 11?
Mm-hmm.
11 or fewer.
You need 2 successes.
Oh shit.
Difficulty 2.
Let's do a thing. Yeah, anybody got an action point? May I have another D20? Anybody? Thank you very much. All right, I need 2 successes, 11 or lower. Come on. I got 3 successes, actually.
Ooh.
I have a 6, a 7, and an 11.
Okay.
Well done.
Well, you can hold on to 1 action point for now because you might want to ask me a question based on this information.
Okay.
Just from what you observed.
Okay.
From the connectors, from the way that he was carrying it, from the distance of looking at like its shape and a telltale like flow of bits of the electronics that you were just able to see in a glimpse, and looked as if that was a homemade fusion reactor.
Okay.
As if whoever operated this place secretly built one in this back room.
Fusion reactor. Okay.
That's
kind of like those huge ones that you find that have the power cores in them and the fusion cores in Fallout, the big old wall size one.
Mm-hmm.
Much smaller version of that. Bootleg fusion reactor.
Must be something more here than just a abandoned Red Rocket. They're using one of those things to power this, whatever this is.
Too bad we didn't jump them because we could have had a nice little spa for ourselves.
If we survived it. So,
what do you mean survived it?
Well, fair. So I'm going to ask the group based off of that information. What my initial thought on what question to ask would be, what does it look like it was being used for?
I mean, that's just going to power us something.
But it's powering. Yeah, it's powering something. But so what's a better question to ask?
We can go and figure that out ourselves. I think. Are we able to go and follow the connection to see what it was powering, and can we get into it?
Good. Okay. Yes. So, hello. So are we able to? So am I able to see like where the power connections were going, like what it was powering?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you want to spend that success, that extra action point to ask me that question, then yes. Yeah, you can see that the place was clearly wired. The entire red rocket was wired to be 100% off the grid. So whoever was powering this is powering it entirely by this fusion reactor. And wires extend underneath some of the rubble. You're like, wait, what? And in fact, you gather that maybe in their rush to get in here and get this that for some reason they knew was here, and get out, the Brotherhood didn't do anything else. They came in, they got it, and they left. They didn't even notice the wire extending under the rubble. They didn't even notice that the wall that they crashed in is covering a rather large floor safe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that floor safe was previously powered by this reactor. Now that it's unpowered, it's going to be harder to open.
Mm-hmm.
I was just remembering how handy Snappy was previously and opened the barn doors. I'm wondering if we might be able to get him to assist us in opening this, or is it too awkward of a location for him to be roped to?
Is this more like a lock picking?
This would be a lock picking thing.
Yeah, and we'd also have to unload him.
Yeah, he's a little heavy right now. All right. Well, in the interest of time, who's picking those locks?
I don't have a lockpick. Bone. So would it make sense for while you're working on that for some of us to be searching for other stuff? Like, is there a hidden bunker?
That's what I was thinking. There might be a bunker underneath here we might want to try to get into, because we're going to follow.
Oh, I'll tell you now. You're quite certain there's no bunker. You're about 2 feet above sea level.
Oh, fair. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, no, not here.
I mean, my whole vault was built underwater.
True, but this isn't basement area.
Okay. Fair.
I mean, there could be some secret vault tech facility right here.
Yeah.
Or bunker safe or something. But bunker safe was known for building everything above ground.
Okay.
Right? They didn't do underground. They built pimple looking things that were supposedly nuclear impregnable. But I mean, yeah, you might find something you would probably not expect to find any kind of like a underground thing here, though.
Any other hidden walls?
Where are the cables going to that this thing was powering? Is it just to the safe?
There's some to the safe. There's some that run down and through. You imagine that the cables probably ran out to whatever was once attached to the pumps. It ran out, powers the whole place.
Okay.
So just crack the safe open. That's what I say.
Tell you what, you can do a scavenging roll.
Mm-hmm.
And this, because you're able to trace wires, it'll be a straight up difficulty 0 on this.
Okay.
You will find something. We're just rolling to see how much you find.
Is that survival?
It's going to be a perception plus survival check, and anybody can help.
5
I'm gonna do
plus
this.
4, so I have a 9.
I have a 10.
Nice. Okay.
So who wants to help?
I'll help.
You're doing science. So
okay.
you're doing your
I'm
thing.
still doing my science thing.
We'll
Okay.
do.
Unless you wanna- can you help with lockpicking though?
No, I don't think I really have anything that's going to
Okay.
help with that for that. So
Let's go.
Okay. Well, yes. Okay. Let's do that before we do the lock picking, because this could affect what you find in
She
the
goes
safe.
first, right?
Yeah. You'll have to help her roll first. Perception plus survival.
Go.
whoop, that's kind of it's not going to work either way. Okay, so I got 1 success.
Okay.
Great. 2 successes.
Ooh.
So a total of 3.
That's a total of 3.
Total of 3. Bone. Lock picking.
Yo.
Difficulty in this is going to be 3.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Can he use luck to reduce the difficulty?
I mean, he can use
No.
luck to replace his
Or
agility
to buy extra D20s for the initial roll.
Ooh.
That would not luck. Luck is
That'd
for
be action
rerolls.
points.
Action
Right.
points. Yeah.
Yeah, which is
I see.
And
So you can replace your with the luck to.
Yeah, that's what I'm
increase the-
thinking.
Was it like? Is it like 3 luck for how many more dice, or 3 action points? Is
1 point of luck. If you spend a point of luck, you replace whatever your acting stat is with your luck stat.
but you
And-
need 3 successes. So you need at least roll 3 dice.
Correct. And then, it would also, you would need to roll at least. You would preferably want to roll at least 3 dice.
Yeah. So would you burn one of those?
Just
and
one?
We're
Okay.
We're gonna burn one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just one.
Let's go 2.
And 2 gives them what, 4?
Oh,
Yeah.
That
don't-
would be a total
Oh.
of 3 action points.
Mhm.
Would
One
give
of
him
those is
2 extra
a
dice.
hit location.
There you go.
I guess.
So if you spent 3 action points, he would roll 4 dice
Yep.
total.
Okay.
And I'm burning a point of luck, by the way. Hi, there's another hit location die. Can
Damn
I
it.
get another die? And I'm burning a point of luck to substitute my luck skill.
Sorry, I gave you one of mine.
That's fine.
Ooh.
That is, let's see, 9 plus 3 is a big 12.
That's
so
3
that's,
successes?
That is 3
Yay!
successes.
Successes.
2 cleanly under, 1 tie.
Okay.
And it's a tag skill, I'd like to point out. So,
But did you get under the skill?
yeah, I did not.
Okay.
Did not.
All
So-
right, so that's fine. Just 3 successes is all you need.
Yay!
Here's what you find.
All right, inventory man, go for it.
Getting ready.
We need to buy more of these apparently.
You find in the safe the Communist Manifesto of Eugene Sims.
Whoa.
9 copies printed out, ready for distribution.
I thought it was going to be Eugene Debs, and I was like, yeah. Oh.
You find a book, an address book of various of his local friends who have joined him in his communist cell, and directions to his barn where he has stored a tank.
Oh.
You find a stash of old world cash, $700 worth. You find 2 12-packs of unopened Nuka-Cola.
Ooh.
You find a laser pistol in bad need of repair, which has been modified. It does not have a feed for normal laser pistol ammo. It is wired to use a fusion core,
Mm.
one that would be handily recharged by the fusion core charger that was just removed from this place.
Ah.
There is a single fusion core long since depleted. There are 21 Nuka-Cola caps,
Ooh.
not including the 2 12-packs.
Mhm.
And random roll, you're gonna have a random roll. Random roll, you're gonna have a random roll. 14 10 millimeter ammo in there as well.
Okay. There's 14.
Yep. 8 308 ammo.
I think that should go to you,
Oh,
Dr.
that's
K. 'cause
for Emmett's lever action. Wait, how many was it?
8. Is it 8 308?
8 308. Yeah.
Uh,
And 14 556 ammo.
Nice.
I'll take those. 14, 35. Sweet.
And the keys to a tank.
Well, and now we also have directions to tell people how to find it
Huh.
when we're going to sell that shit.
And I'm just gonna point out too. This is, at just as a like when we get to the point of selling the tank, let me sell that tank.
Okay.
Because charisma.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
also scoundrel. Ignore the first complication from a charisma and speech test to a lie.
Yes.
Of course, it's in working condition.
There's nothing wrong with it at all.
It's in great shape.
And as you are stockpiling your new loot, counting the ammo, looking through the money, looking through the caps,
Yeah,
looking at
boy.
those unopened, pristine Nuka-Cola bottles, you hear the
Murlocs?
grumblings, mumblings, growlings that you recognize as belonging to feral ghouls. Multiple of them. When suddenly, Captain Jack and Crystal, both of you remember that guy seemed awfully animated about getting out of here before the locals heard them.
Those locals. Yeah, that didn't click with me.
Then you hear a gunshot from a lever action rifle and a shout, "We got company," from back down the way.
Oh, thanks, Emmett, for looking out. Here we go.
You look outside. It looks like a horde of ghouls are coming from both directions down the road. Climbing out of some of these old houses, some crawling out from underneath the front porches, some climbing, pushing through the kudzu walls, trying to get at whatever was making these noises. And we're going to call it there.
No! I want to fight something.
We fight at least one of them.
We're going to call it there. I want to keep some suspense going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, about how many are we talking about here?
At least a dozen that you can see.
Fuck off.
I'm just going to write down town is infested with ghouls.
Well, I have determined that I don't like that.
So now, Bone, I think these smooth skins are wishing they would have listened to us when we talked about getting a little vengeance on them science boys.
Oh boy. I got the luck of the Irish.
Yeah, you got the little figure right there.
Little figure, but that
bobblehead.
It doesn't seem like it is helping me right now, or helping us right now.
So the Brotherhood took the fusion core recharger or reactor?
It was a reactor.
Okay.
But
The whole fucking
the whole
thing.
thing that was right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Eugene Sims. Whatever happened to him?
Probably a
We could-
ghoul.
What is it with communists being named Eugene? There's a lot of them.
Yeah. So when he said communist Eugene, my first thought was Debs.
I just wanted
Eugene
to say
Debs.
that I made a point of noting several times the amount of noise that was being made and the fear that was in that other guy. It's like, are they going to pick up on it? Are they going to pick up on it?
I heard it.
Nope.
I mean, I remember him saying the thing about like you're going to attract the attention of the locals.
And I was like, locals seem cool if they don't like the Brotherhood of Steel.
The locals in an abandoned town? The apocalypse? Anyway, we'll see how this goes. I'm looking forward to it. Ghouls are relatively easy to get rid of. It's just when they attack in numbers that you got to be scared.
And feral ghouls.
I'm going to say Gatling laser.
Eh.
I'm going to say
Don't put too much leverage on that Gatling laser. It's got limits.
I'm going to say Molotov cocktails for days.
Florida Panther.
Yeah, we'll pick up with that fight next time.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So, thoughts so far? Yeah,
Yeah.
Is fear a thought?
Fear a thought.
it's a valid one.
Yeah. And I feel like, when I kind of forget sometimes that when we're going to be doing these sessions that there's going to be these sort of intermediary sort of scenes of us just like moving and like getting our shit together and whatever.
Yeah.
And like we as players need to stop doing that so there's less cliffhangers. No, I'm just kidding.
You just teleport us to the boss fight and we'll take care of it.
It's fine. Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I'm curious to see how we're gonna as
Not
they,
die.
as they would say in Letterkenny, how are we gonna fuck this pig?
With one action point left.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
we have so many. Oh no.
But now we have so many copies of
The
Eugene
Communist
Sims'
Manifesto.
Communist Manifesto.
Yeah.
No, guys, I got it. We're going to slow them down with bureaucracy.
I mean,
I'm going to beat him on the head with a Comrade Chubbs.
no. But But there also was that sniper on the roof.
Yeah.
So there's a way for us to get to a roof.
Oh.
Yeah.
True that.
I know.
I
That's
was
what
already thinking about that with
Yeah.
enfilading fire downwards from a Gatling laser sounds real sweet about right now.
Yeah. If we have time, which I'm not sure we do, but
Oh, I think next session we should try to find that fucking ladder and then
ghouls are pretty fast.
I mean,
they can be. Why don't you poke them?
I mean, if you shoot them in the legs, though, it slows them down.
Real good.
if we can get up high, or we could just like start pitching glass bottles, which there are a lot of,
You gotta
towards the direction the Brotherhood of Steel went. So there's smashing sounds.
Go that way. Go that
Ooh.
way.
You could try. We'll see how it works out next time.
We could throw glass bottles so that they cut their feeties, and then the feeties hurt, and then they don't walk as fast.
You know,
They don't care.
they don't care.
They don't care.
Like
They're
I
ghouls.
barely care. Crystal probably cares even less, even slightly more than I do.
Yeah.
But these
Throw
guys,
random drugs at them. Then you can have meth ghouls.
No.
we've already had meth ghouls. Thank you very much.
Well, Xander, this has been a fantastic beverage. I am loving this. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you
is
very
delicious.
Yeah, that was again I want to make sure to mention a co-creation between me and Dr.
much.
K.
Oh, well, Dr. K, this was a fantastic beverage.
Cheers.
Yeah, we were just kind of wanting to do a riff off of a hurricane and make it a really pretty color without using anything artificial in it. So again, it's just a light rum and a dark rum, and orange juice, blackberry puree, lime juice, grenadine, and a little bit of agave syrup.
Now, I have a recommendation for next session when we gather to play through this fight. Kind of theme it after what's going to happen. We have a drink called a Mississippi Blood Pie. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's in a Mississippi
I
blood
have
pie?
A whole lot of dead player characters.
I have a lot of ideas suddenly.
And on that note, we will close out.
Wait, you're gonna make Jacob make a Mississippi blood pie? Are you fucking kidding me? He's
That's
gonna
it.
kill us
I
before we
know.
even get a chance to be killed.
That's the best part.
God damn it!
You've been listening to Bikers, Dice, and Bars, recorded here in Portland, Oregon. I'm NPC.
I'm just Jacob.
Dr. Xander Gerrymander.
I am Poppy Beaujolais.
And I'm Dr. K.
And I am sorry, I almost cut you out. We got into that rhythm for so long,
7 years.
7 years. Yeah. But we will remind you,
Always keep it shiny side up.
Always tip your bartender.
make your dice, always roll crits.
Please always drink responsibly.
And don't wear pants.
This is your commandment from on high. Do not wear pants.
I am not wearing pants right now.
Show up at work not wearing pants. Just tell them what we told you. We get away with it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. Thanks, y'all, for listening to the Backers, Dice, and Bars Uranium Moonpie actual play campaign using the Fallout 2D20 RPG. If you like what you hear and you want to support the show, check out our Patreon for bonus content and special remixes. Patrons will even feature regularly as names in the ongoing campaign. Fallout, Vault Tech, Nuka-Cola, the Pip-Boy, the Brotherhood of Steel, and other related official content and components are owned by ZeniMax Media Incorporated. The 2D20 system is owned by Modiphius Entertainment Limited. Bunker Safe, Cane Cola, The Short Order, and all other Down Home Sitting components are the original creations of this podcast. All of the holotape, note, and log scripts were written by NPC. Performances provided by special guests, all of which are credited in the accompanying show notes and ID3 tags. The official theme songs were written and composed by Skip Bonkusky. Most sound effects are either recorded and mixed by NPC, acquired from Tabletop Audio, or else acquired by Creative Commons Zero license. Sounds and effects requiring attribution are noted as such in the show notes and the ID3 tags of episodes in which they occur. Thanks again for listening. Y'all come back now.